Hi, hello, and welcome back to Crick Static Season 3, powered by Wannabe, the world's first exclusive 360 degrees buyers only requirement listing portal. I am Tasmai Krishnan, the creator and host of this podcast. And I'm sorry I'm releasing this episode late, but it was because I was caught up with other commitments. But the dedication nevertheless remains steady. I love doing this. And thank you once again for all the love and reception towards all the episodes. My latest shorts became an absolute chart buster. So please do watch it if you haven't checked it out already. And to know more about Wannabe, they use their fantastic AI algorithms to make the matching and the buying process for everything real estate an absolute breeze. If you're still slogging on the streets, in that heat especially, it's almost worth 5 days of a test match. Don't slog on the streets anymore. I feel very bad. Just visit Wannabe, the website www.wannabe.in. I'll leave the link in the description. They have an app of their own, Wannabe app, that is compatible on both iOS and Android. So give it a download there as well for a more user-friendly platform usage. And they've got exciting projects in the pipeline, from Wanna vehicles to B2C to C2C. They've got everything covered. So please do give their Insta handle a follow as well for regular updates regarding their developments that we continue to give in our channel. With regard to cricket, they give more developments with regard to the real estate sector. Follow their Insta ID, Wannabe Official, and thanking them, we begin this episode. And there are Rajasthan Royals versus the Mumbai Indians post-match review. Not the best game again. Two back-to-back dry games that I've analyzed, the GT versus SRH, and now coming on to Mumbai Indians versus the Rajasthan Royals. But many riveting facets that I've got to analyze, because the way Trent Boult and Yuzi Chahal played, I don't think we can blame any of the Mumbai Indians batters. They were just a notch apart, weren't they? Yuzi Chahal once again solidifying his case as a T20 World Cup star in the 11, and he's continuing to put his name forward. He's saying that I know I've not earned my contract, but I'm playing time and again. I'm proving myself in various performances. I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be on that flight to US, and he's leaving no stone unturned to catch Rohit Sharma's attention. And coming on to Trent Boult, what a fairy tale spell of bowling that he bowled up top. You can't blame Rohit Sharma, you can't blame Devol Brevis, you can't blame Naman Dheer, because the spell was that pedigree. You just can't do anything about it. Sometimes all you have to do as a batter is, you can't reflect upon that spell. You've just got to walk out and say, he was just too good for me. And I think it was that kind of a spell from Boult. And it's not like you can't analyze what he did, because I've tried to decode Trent Boult's bowling, and I think I've successfully decoded it. And I'm going to show you all with the help of this cricket ball now. So let's take the example of an Indian seamer now, Ishant Sharma. Let's take the DC versus PBKS game for example now. And let's say Shikhar Dhawan, who I think he dismissed Boult, stepping down the wicket, if I'm not mistaken. So that ball that Ishant Sharma bowled, being a right-arm seamer, the seam is usually held like this. For a left-arm seamer, even for a right-arm seamer, it's held like this. Both two fingers on the ball. But Ishant moved one of his fingers outside the seam. So if you see this, it's like this, so that he can get the ball to sear back into the left-hander. So he did this, so that he moved. All he had to do is, he didn't change his wrist position. Look at my wrist closely. He just did this. So the seam, it moved towards the batter. Shikhar Dhawan, since he was already out of his crease, he couldn't, rectify what he had already done wrong. And he just came back inside, and it just hit his stumps, and the off stump was rattled, if I'm not mistaken. Now coming back to Trent Boult, the way he bowled. Now being a left-arm seamer and coming from that angle from over the wicket to Rohit Sharma, you would expect something similar. You would expect him to hold it this way, so that he can get the ball to seam outwards. Just push it like this probably. But Trent Boult altered his wrist position on a hole to completely confound Rohit Sharma. That was exceptional to see as an ardent cricket fan. Left me with absolute goosebumps. Y'all might be laughing right now, but it left me with absolute goosebumps. The way he bowled that delivery was sensational to see, wasn't it? Because he held the ball like this, like the normal seam position that you would expect a left-arm seamer or even a right-arm seamer to hold the ball. And he just altered his wrist position. Rohit Sharma being a right-handed batsman is here. And he's when you're coming from this angle, you're already at least 2 to 3 times you're a little more tentative when a bowler is coming from over the wicket, because the LBW is out of the fray, but catching the edge is always going to be in the picture, especially when you have those slips in place. He pushes the ball out with his wrist. What Ishant Sharma did was, he pushed the ball out with his fingers. He got the ball to seam back in. He got the ball to do this. Here, Trent Boult, coming from this angle from here, just did this. He moved his wrist on a hole. So Rohit Sharma, who's already 50% into the shot, has to play it with soft hands now to get, at least not to get caught off guard. But then once you're pushed into the shot, because of Boult's air swing that he gets, you're absolutely left bewildered. Beautiful bowling. The ball to Naman Dheer coming from around the wicket now. What he did was the exact opposite of what he did to Rohit Sharma. That was fabulous to see. Again, left me absolutely, astonished the way he did that. He ran in with the same grip again and just angled it inward like this. So the ball, which usually should be going like this ideally towards the batter, starts going like this. There's more of a side seam kind of a position now. So it's running into you like this. So you don't know how to play it. If you try and play it across the line, you're going to get caught LBW, and that is exactly the case with Namandir. That is exactly the case with Virat Kohli in the 2019 Cricket World Cup semi-final, and it was the exact case with Rohit Sharma, whose dismissal was very resonant to that game in 2019, which was called off the first time because of rain, and they played it again. I still remember that match. How can I forget it? But I just wanted to analyze Trent Boult. Now coming on to Nandre Berger, the spell that Nandre Berger bowled. I'll address Yuzi Chahal as I come to get to it, but the spell that Nandre Berger is bowling right now, he's another. I don't know. I think I remember Surya and I just predicting that Nandre Berger might go to Rajasthan Royals in one of our shows. And what a buy, what a steal. The way Nandre Berger is bowling, he's as good as Trent Boult right now, in my opinion. The ball is just skyrocketing off the surface like this. He's getting that extra bounce that he's using because of his early release. You would usually expect when you release it early to come banging, on your face, or come on your waist height as a full toss. But what he does again, he's leaving it like this from this height. He's dropping the ball. So for someone as short as Ishan Kishan and someone who's very good square of the wicket, you're ready like this with your back flip, and then just it bounces on you. That was a terrific delivery. Even the ball that he bowled at Tim David squared him up nicely, went short towards David. He knew that David will not be able to handle the short ball, took him by surprise. So Nandre Berger is an exceptional steal. And there's nothing much to address in the Mumbai Indians batting, barring Hardik Pandya. He showed glimpses. Tilak Verma was good, but again, he took time to set in because the surface was like that. You can't do anything about it. Typical Wankhede surface. Wasn't surprised when Sanju won the toss and chose to field first. But the way Hardik played, that's a positive sign. Because if Hardik Pandya gets back to form, then the fans also will start respecting him much more. I'm completely against the fan war that is going on right now. At the end of the day, he's an Indian cricketer and he should be given that much respect. You cannot do this to an Indian cricketer. I'm completely bamboozled by the way the fans are treating Hardik Pandya. He might even deserve it to some extent, but that doesn't mean you can go to such horrendous actions such as booing him, looking at a dog running on the field and shouting his name. That just shows the level of cricket that the fans know. I'm very sorry to say this, but that's exactly what you shouldn't be doing. Do you see fan wars happening in some other country? Someone who plays in the pink jersey, Ravichandran Ashwin, asked the exact same question. And we must take a minute to applaud that as well. I was completely against the behavior that is being showcased towards Hardik Pandya. But coming back to Yuzvendra Chahal, what a spell. I mean, he's once again, as I said earlier, he's saying, why am I not having a contract in my hand? Even if I don't have a contract, I'm going to come back and I'm going to perform. You've got to take me for the World Cup. I love that attitude of Yuzvendra Chahal. He's floating it up nicely. He's not giving too much finger into the ball now. You can see him transitioning towards more of a Ravi Bishnoi, because yesterday's game, even the Royal Challengers Bangalore versus the Lucknow Super Giants, I saw the way Bishnoi was bowling. Now he's not bowling 4 googlies and over. He's got that down to 2 googlies and over. But the way he was bowling yesterday was sensational to see. Just a little bit of finger to get that leg spinner to just straighten on a little bit. That's exactly what Yuzvendra Chahal is doing. He's not giving too much of finger. All he's saying that, I'm just going to give it like this much, very minute little level of finger, and I'm going to give it much more loop. So let him go for the shot. He's going to get caught by the slow pace and it's going to go up in the air. So I like this new strategy from Chahal. If the wickets are perceived to be slow, which I don't agree with in USA or West Indies, then I think Chahal is an automatic entrant into that side. And now coming on to the Rajasthan Royals batting, again the openers misfiring is not a positive for the Rajasthan Royals. They've got to start firing. Yes, the others are playing beautifully. That unit is coming up wonderfully, but you've got to start firing. You have no choice. Josh Butler and Yashasvi Jaiswal, 2 players who are Josh Butler is an IPL legend, no doubt about it. Probably the best white ball player ever. He's up there. Wikipedia in itself gives him that rating. But Yashasvi Jaiswal is an exciting prospect. Probably is worth more than gold for India right now. So these two have got to start firing. But coming on to another person whose weight has been worth in gold, Riyan Parag. What an innings! 54 of 39. In the kind of form he is in, he's now the orange cap holder, if I'm not wrong. You just can't stop him. I've written numerous pieces about how I've rated Riyan Parag highly, and being a personal fan of his, I'm glad that it's finally coming to life. Better Parag. What an innings! Fantastic from Riyan Parag. The temperament that he's showcasing, a shot that he plays with Jasprit Bumrah through mid-off. I think even the greatest of the great, the struggle to play that shot. He was again a notch apart from the rest. The way Riyan Parag is going about his batting, I think you should just bottle his form up and let him play for the country. Let him have a good season. Let him back it up with another good domestic season, and what the selectors would be thinking. But after the T20 World Cup, once you're ready to transition completely, throw Riyan Parag into the mix. Let him go out there. Let him play his mode of cricket that he's playing right now. He's enjoying his cricket, and you can see the amount of hard work and passion that is going through in the net sessions and how it's coming to life now. I'm really happy to see that the rewards that he's heaping right now. His backlift, the way he's got it to come back down marvelously, it's fantastic to see. I've been a huge fan of him, and I'm glad that he's finally turning it on for the Rajasthan Royals. Huge credit to the management, huge credit to Sangakkara, to Sanju Samson, who have continued to bestow faith in him. And he's a sure shot retention if he continues to have such a season. And I'm glad to see that his attitude has toned down a little bit. A lot of people said he has an attitude, but I think that's it's just supreme confidence in what he's got. A lot of self belief, and but now it's come down a notch. So it's good to see this. But yeah, the Riyan Parag, I'm very excited for the next gen of players. All of them are going to be absolute Virat Kohlis in my opinion. And now coming on to the Mumbai Indians bowling and Hardik Pandya's captaincy. If you're going to criticize Hardik Pandya as a captain, then go ahead. But if you're going to criticize him for taking over captaincy of a successful franchise when the franchise needed to hand it over to someone else, then please don't, because that's wrong in my opinion. But Hardik Pandya, the way he's going about his captaincy has left me largely unimpressed. I must say this because again, I don't see a reason why Bumrah isn't opening the bowling. Jasprit Bumrah, the world number one bowler, batsmen struggle to face him, and you're not giving him the new ball. It doesn't make sense to me. Kwena Mafaka, 2 overs, 23 for 1, good spell. That's still a good spell. Coming back from what he endured, you would expect him to be a little scared and nervous, but he bowled a quality spell. I mean, he was getting the ball to outswing a little bit towards Jaiswal. A few were coming inwards. So he's bowling some good spells right now, Kwena Mafaka. I want Mumbai to back him, but I think it's about time that you have no choice. You've got to bring in Nuwan Tushara. Bring in Nuwan Tushara. He's not only a death bowler. He has his late swing. That's exactly what pips him above Matisha Patirana. He's got this late swing that he can take the new ball as well. So don't leave any stone unturned. Just give him a chance already. He can also be a death bowling quotient that you've been searching for in an arsenal. So you've got to bring him into the mix as well. But overall, I must say the Mumbai Indians bowling has looked fragile, despite having big names: Jaral Kodzia, Jasprit Bumrah, Mafaka. Yes, of course, coming in. He's a newbie on the block. But then you even have Hardik Pandya. Piyush Chawla bowled a good spell, 3 overs for 18 runs, if I'm not wrong. So you've got to start grooming this lineup. Do you need a left-arm spinner? You've got to start looking in that direction as well. Can I play Kartikeya? Will Kartikeya be able to come in and be that X factor that I've been searching for? So they've got to find that one chip that is missing to be able to unlock their old MI regime again. So I hope Mumbai Indians find some solution. Being a Chennai Super Kings fan, yes, it looks from the outside it might be looking as if I'm very happy that the Mumbai Indians are losing. But somewhere, you feel bad for a franchise that has been so successful and is struggling to recobble all their players and bring them into the mix again. I'm not able to understand why none of them are firing. Is there a dispute within the 11? I don't think so. I think everything is sorted, because you could see Rohit Sharma on the boundary telling the fans not to criticize Hardik. You could say that's also a publicity stunt, but in my opinion, I don't think there's any khichdi cooking in that dressing room. But if there is, I hope all the problems and the woes are sorted out, because they're a solid team. So I really hope the Mumbai Indians come back strongly, because there wouldn't be any better treat than a Chennai Super Kings versus the Mumbai Indians finals. Yes, I've called it CSK finalists. I've called CSK our finalists, but I really hope that they sort out something. As far as the Rajasthan Royals are concerned, they've been fantastic. 3 out of 3. I'm absolutely for the Royals. The way they've gone about it, the cricket has been fantastic. And talking about Ravichandran Ashwin, if I address the Rajasthan Royals, I cannot leave an episode without addressing Ravichandran Ashwin. Again, 16 of 16, a very crucial knock coming in at that stage. He did the anchor role again, did what he had to, and a bit lucky on a few occasions, but you could see that his batting again is flourishing at that number 5 position. 2 Tamil players coming back to form in a T20 World Cup here, Dinesh Karthik and Ravichandran Ashwin, not a surprise at all. And I think I addressed almost every single facet of this episode, of this game, and for more such riveting content, you know exactly what you have to do. 1, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please be tuned into all my episodes. 2, follow my Instagram page, Crickstatic. I go by Crick_static. You can give it a follow there as well. I upload a lot of reels. I upload a lot of stories regarding the game that I love, the game that I've fallen in love with madly. So please do give it a check out there as well. Subscribe for more such riveting content. Until next time, thank you. Signing off, this is the show host, Tasmay Krishnan.